What's up, guys? We're just chilling.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I know we haven't jumped on in a while.
Not just the two of us. You've
Uh,
been by yourself, or I've hung out with other people for the V Talk. And so I think this is the first time in a while that it's just been the two of us.
yeah, it's been cool. Just kind of trying to figure out new things. I spent the whole week trying to figure out microphones for the cameras, microphones for our phones. We're hoping to have a really, really good time at Crash. Slater, Jody, hello, hello.
Hi, guys.
Um,
Oh my goodness. It feels
oh,
like forever that I have seen you guys. I know some of you can catch just a couple minutes because I know it's not our normal time when I go on the V Talk and whatever, but it's good to see you guys.
Mike, Pool Boy, Joseph, what's up, guys?
We are early.
Yeah, we are.
And congrats, Joseph. I saw you've been doing the service cup, and I saw that you hit what was it, 260? 260 clean? So if that, I think that you said that was a PR, so congrats. Oh, Trish.
Trish is in the house.
Hi, Trish.
The OG, the
Yeah.
original lady. Let's
Like, I
go.
haven't seen Trish in forever.
But yeah, like
250. Congrats. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's our girl. Meg's here. KDL. Oh.
So good to see you, ladies.
Jody. I always log in, it's two boys.
That's
I
fair.
know they've.
That's fair.
What would Jake say? The sausages have taken over.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They kicked us out. It's all good. But yeah, we've had a really good week. Again, just trying to figure, like, we're doing the same thing. Like, we're just trying to figure out microphones and everything for Crash because we're very excited to go to Crash.
Yeah.
Oh, KDL, what's up, dude? And so we've been having fun with that. Our son has been in flag football. I don't know if you've seen my stories, but they gave him a freaking Cowboys uniform, which I'm not super pumped about, but like, hey, it is what it is.
She was
I was devastated.
Devastated. So they're all in the middle of the field, obviously, and each team has their own, jerseys and stuff like that. And I see the Chiefs, I think there's the Colts, and then I think the Raiders. And then we see, what did you say? You thought it was like gray.
I thought I saw gray and black. Like I really thought it was the Raiders jersey. I was okay with that.
Yep. And then I saw the star first, and I looked at her and I was like, do you see what that is?
It hurt my feelings a lot.
And she was devastated. She got up and was like, Garrett, come here.
I thought the Cowboys were America's team. Not if you live in New York, dude. Not if you live in New York. I did see the documentary. It was awesome. Super cool. But yeah, no, I'm a Giants fan.
We sent it to all of our family that is either a Giants fan or a Bills fans. And so we sent it to everybody, and everybody's response was no, like as many O's as you could fit across the screen.
Sorry, New York. We're in New York. It is what it is.
But he loves it. He's doing well. He's having so much fun. He's getting more confidence. So
Joseph, the Cowboys were never America's team, only if you live in Texas.
Listen,
Thank you. I appreciate
much.
that. I do. I want an America's team. Like, I want America to have a team, but like, God, the Dallas Cowboys? No, absolutely not. Like,
they do.
The Bills still have fans. Yeah, they do.
They do. My father is. Her father is.
Yeah. All the in-laws are.
My cousin is.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with the Bills. Shut up, Mike. How do you pull that up? Pause. It is tough to see Daniel Jones ball out for the Colts. Yeah, it is fucking tough, but I understand it. Like, Giants offensive line sucks. Yeah, it does suck.
I was just saying, I hope that G doesn't get the Jets, because last year one of the teams that he played against was the Jets, and I thought that could have.
But it was the same thing. Like the Jets sucked or whatever, and they had Sam Darnold, and then Sam Darnold went and balled out for the Vikings. Like it's
5 a.m. squat club. Yes,
it hurts to be a Giants fan. 5 a.m. squat club.
It does.
It does. It hurts to be a New York fan right now. Like it just hurts. But it's okay.
We've been together 13 years, and I feel like for 13 years you've said that every year that it's tough to be a New York fans.
Yeah, because I met you right after we won the Super Bowl.
Ever since then. Trish, as lesbians, you have to be in a fantasy league, right? She is. I'm not.
Yeah. I definitely am. And I normally win fantasy. And I wish the Giants were fantasy.
True supporter. What do they say? Loyal?
Yeah, I'm loyal.
To no,
I don't switch teams.
Loyal
like,
to a
if
fall.
we suck, we suck. Like I'm a Knicks fan, Giants fan. Yeah, if we suck, we suck. It is what it is.
My when I send it to my aunt, she's like, "That's really tough." And
Mets fan.
Yeah, just New Yorkers are loyal.
Like, yeah, we can't. Not even mad at the Jets. I would talk shit if the Jets won. I would talk shit just because. But I'm not a Jets fan at all. But I would talk shit for sure.
Yep.
All right, you want to jump right into it?
I didn't know where you wanted to go, but yeah.
I want to go immediately into Don Lemon annoys me.
Okay.
Only because he really annoys me. He just does. I don't know if you guys saw him on Piers. Like he went on Piers Morgan, and it was just the most. You can't, like, they were talking about the trans boxer, but they're not trans. It's a dude.
That's not what he got mad at.
What are you talking about?
He got mad at, I mean, if you're talking about that specific part of the conversation, but he got mad when he brought up his departure from CNN.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with that. Like
when they got feisty with each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, they were feisty with each other for the whole thing.
Oh my God.
There was no not feisty.
So the glasses came off. Pierce's face didn't change. He had this stoic look on his face. It didn't change. They were talking over each other. Like they got feisty.
He's Don Lemon is so like the first thing, and if you go watch it and you see it, it's like 5 minutes in. And already Piers is asking him about the trans boxer and if it's okay for women to get hit by men. And Don Lemon's like, no. And Piers is like, well, then why is it okay in a boxing ring? And Don Lemon's like, because that girl got hit by a dude in a boxing ring, and you would never ever be okay with it. So you're not okay with it if it's a biological dude who like shows himself as a biological dude. You're okay with that. You're not okay with that. You're not okay with him hitting her, but you're okay with a trans woman hitting a girl. And he will not denounce it. Like Don Lemon will not say like, I don't agree with that. He won't. He'll be like,
because I didn't hear it that, and I didn't hear it that way, or I don't remember hearing it that way. I remember hearing it.
I wish I could bring it up, but the only place I have seen it is literally in the entire podcast, and I can't bring that podcast up on here.
Yeah. But one part of the conversation that he was trying to justify the whole boxing idea is because when you go and you compete in boxing, you know what you're signing up for. Like you are going to get hit. Like people get.
Don is zesty, right? Yeah, he is.
Like people are going to get hit.
Oh yeah, that was the shit. Like
yeah.
Yes.
So
yep.
So the first argument was that he agreed that no man should be hitting a woman. He walked it back a little bit when he said, well, but when it's a sport like boxing and you choose to get into the ring, essentially you're asking to get hit. And I think that no,
he said like, you know who you're boxing, so you should be okay with whatever comes your way.
Right, right.
Well, do I know if it's a dude or
Well, that's the thing. It's more of it's more of the trust in the sport that it is an opponent that is fair to go against. That's why they do weigh-ins. You're not going to have, someone that weighs 150 and then someone that weighs 200 pounds. You're not going to have them fighting because it's not fair. The
right?
rules are there for a reason. So there is this trust that you're walking into the ring with someone of compatible numbers. That's why the weight is so important in boxing. So the conversation around that, if it is done correctly, makes sense. You're going
Yeah.
into a boxing ring, you're going to get hit, the other person's trying to knock you out, like that is the sport. But again, it goes back to the trust that it's going to be done fairly by the rules. So,
And the fact that he just will not, like, I don't know. The thing that annoys me the most is it's like if you are gay or because Don Lemon's gay,
mhm,
like he's super gay. Um, and even just the fact that like if you're gay, you have to abide by these rules of being gay is so annoying. Like, I don't want to, and that was not fair. And you could have said, like, hey, that's not fair. I'm pro trans, which is fine. I'm also like I have plenty of trans friends that like it's fine to be trans. But don't take away from women.
mhm,
That's my whole problem. You won't denounce it because you're afraid that the I he's afraid that his community will come after him, which is so sad. And it's something that we've kind of known for a while. It's like if you deviate from your party at all, they will disown you in a heartbeat. If you question it, if you say like, "Hey, this is weird,"
mhm,
they will disown you.
mhm.
What is my stud name? Oh, Trish. Oh, you haven't heard this? What is your stud name? Uh, I don't know. I'm actually you know what? I'm really gonna answer this in real talk. I don't know because according to the lesbian book, stud names are only for black women. I don't know if I fit that category. Uh,
She said no.
she
Whose stud name?
what is your whose stud name? Oh, someone in the chat? I don't know. I'm not allowed to have a stud name, I don't think. Because a stud name is only for black women in the lesbian community. Oh, I fit? Pause.
Oh, yes, yours, G. Okay, no, she was talking to you.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm allowed to have one. I brought it up in way back in the day when I was on Sevon's podcast, and I didn't actually know what that meant, but apparently it's a real thing in the black community. And for black lesbians, you can't have they're called studs because of the word stud when there was slavery. 50% you do? Okay. All right, fine. If you say it's okay, my stud name is Big G. G money. G uh G millionaire. I don't know. Something like that. I'll go with something like that.
She was a little bit sad, but proud at the same time because little G got G money from his kindergarten teacher. So his kindergarten
Ooh, G
teacher.
spot. Yes. G spot. That's my stud name. G sharp. Yeah, that's fair too.
G-licious.
Oh, that's Boondocks.
Delicious.
If you guys haven't seen the Boondocks, like, yeah. Oh, but oh yeah, he was gay.
G-spot is good, babe.
I like G spot. I'll do that. Delicious. Magnificent. Yeah. Yeah, I like all those.
Yep, Joseph.
Yeah, I like yeah, G spot. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like asking me my stripper name?
Same, right? Same, but different. I did ask her today if she would date, if she had ever dated a butch like her, or if she would if she never met me, and she said no.
I I will say this, I did date a butch chick, like, when I first came out, like, first, uh, probably college, but she wasn't, like, butch like me butch. She was sporty. I don't know, sporty spice? She was
Butch like me, Butch? Is she
no.
Butch?
You're not butch. Shut up. But she did have the
I say
spiky
she
she
had
had
super
this
short hair.
spiky, like, blonde hair with the wife beater and the khakis and the, like, whatever, the kind of boy bandish look to her.
Mhm.
I did date her for a long time, and holy crap, at that age, I thought I loved her. Like, I thought that was it.
Oh, yep, that was
But
it.
also at that age too, though, like, most lesbians didn't want butch lesbians. They wanted other, like, lipstick lesbians. So it was very hard for me to break into the space. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Which is so
I had to
interesting
do
to
some
me.
work to break into the
Which
space.
is so interesting to me because when I was coming out, all you saw was a butch with a femme. You never saw two femmes together, or you never saw two butch together. I mean, obviously, as we've been together, I have. But when I first
What's up,
came
Jake?
out, then
No,
that's all I saw.
it was very just lipstick lesbians with lipstick lesbians. There was no, like, and butch were with butch. There was no
Okay, so
oh god.
when I read this, can you switch, Katie up? Can you switch whenever you want, or
To
do you have to? I
declare
thought
a
he
stick with one butch or lipstick.
no, that's what I read. Declare a stick with one. It's not declare
Declare or
and stick with
yeah.
one. So I totally read it.
No, you can switch. It's very rare. It's very rare that you do switch. But I say that I had, like, a butch girlfriend, but I had that one, and then after that, I had nothing but, like more more femme.
I mean, I am not considered a lipstick lesbian, but she dated a true lipstick lesbian at one point. Heels,
No.
makeup, all of that.
Oh, hold on. Jake, yes, I was G Unit, and that was from, what's his face? Randy Johnson, the big unit. His nickname was the big unit, for baseball. He was a
Yeah.
pitcher in baseball, and yeah, I did have the nickname G Unit for a hot minute. It had nothing to do with, Fitty. Had nothing to do with Fitty.
Just read Trisha's
I
comment.
know, dressing up butches as
No, the
oh,
one under it. I mean, that one's fun, but
I I'm terrible at it. I've let my wife do it before and put makeup on me before. It's horrible. I hate it.
and the most she got into tight clothes was when she
I
lost
lost a bet.
but I was awful and made her wear my leggings and my tank top to the CrossFit class on a Saturday, which we all know is the
Oh, I
most
just read her.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not sex responses. Because we tried it and it didn't work out well. So,
we need to see G in a dress.
oh no, I look like a oh do okay, fine. I look like a trans man at this point. Like, I'm not even as good as some of the actual transgender women right now. Like, I would look less. I one of these days I'll find some pictures of when I was in, like, high school and I went to prom and whatever, and I'll throw those out there. But yeah, right now I would definitely look like, oh yeah, but I don't even look as good as Joe Ellis in a dress and lipstick and makeup. It's not, no. Um, but yeah, no, Don. Oh, let's get back to this. We got into the
We
weeds.
got
We went all
the
the
way
way.
off.
But yeah, Don Lemon is ridiculous, and it annoyed me so much because it's like, dude, just at one point we were the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck it is, used to give a shit about women, and now it doesn't, and it was so disheartening, and his dumbass was so like he was so aggravating. Dude, you spent half your career advocating for women and gays and like and just the ability to be cool and chill and just assimilate, like really assimilate. That's all we wanted to do was assimilate into the population. And now you're all like, "Oh, it's fine. Just let dudes beat up girls in sports. Like that's cool." Like he's so fucking enraging. I can't stand him.
We just don't. We're in that space now where if you're pro something, you're anti something else.
Yeah. And it's like you
And
don't have to be. Like you can still be pro or just not even pro anything. Just be a good fucking person. Just don't hurt somebody because they're different than you, and that's it.
Mhm.
You don't have to be pro gay. Just don't.
Well, he's been going out in the streets too. I think that's his new shtick, his new stuff, where he goes out and he was asking people questions about Charlie Kirk, and I think that he was surprised
Yeah.
at the responses that he was getting. I think he was expecting everybody to use the same rhetoric that's been going around, that he's, fill in the blank, all the trigger words, all the whatever. And a, a lot of them were like, either I don't know who he is, but I still think that what happened to him was devastating. And people that did know who he was still said the same thing. Because at the end of the day, what happened to him was awful. What happened to him was wrong. And there's no need to defend or explain or anything like that. Like, it was awful that he got shot. So
The fact that people can't say that, or even like, okay, so take the Kimmel thing, right? Uh,
mhm.
we've had so many people on the right get canceled or whatever, and now you I I would say I have a problem with it if it was the FCC, but if ABC was like, "Hey, I just don't
If it's a private company,
yeah, I don't like your shit," then you don't get to have a talk show.
oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. And I don't know if I asked you this, or I might have asked somebody else. Is Are we now in a world where cancel and consequence means the same thing?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I hope it doesn't mean the same thing.
Because both can completely destroy someone's life. If somebody loses their job
But
because
see,
of a
that's the difference.
okay,
I don't think cancel culture my version of cancel culture is very different than
consequences.
consequences. Like
Okay.
cancel culture is like those boys from UNC where someone uh accuses them of rape, and then their entire life is destroyed. Like they never get back what they like.
Right.
That to me is cancel culture.
Mhm.
Um, you lose your job, you lose your family, you lose like Braun, the baseball player.
Mhm.
He was accused. The woman came out, accused him. He didn't do it, but because we were in cancel culture, he never got to go back to being the dude that he was. That to me is cancel culture. Consequences is Jimmy Kimmel.
Mhm.
If it it's consequences for Jimmy Kimmel if it's not the FCC trying to do trying to, like, do
Mute
tit for
people.
tat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If ABC was like, "Hey, that's not our view. That's not our viewpoint. You don't get to have your platform. Deuces."
Mhm.
Then that's just consequences.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That like
Yeah, so but now it
cancel
seems
culture
like
is you can't do shit afterwards. Like there's
afterwards, yeah.
nothing. Like
Mhm.
it's like a gym teacher being accused of molestation and now they can never have a job. They can never have whatever. There's no way to refute that.
Mhm.
That like it's always in the back of employers' minds. It's always in the back of his family's minds. It's always in the back like that's cancel culture.
Mhm.
You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah. No, that's what I was just wondering that because it seems like the 2 are blending. So I looked at it the same way. Cancel culture is you have nothing after. Like
Cancel
it's
culture is you got nothing. Like
yeah,
your family's
nothing.
pissed at you. You're never gonna get the job that you had
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You're never
Like
gonna
there's nothing.
yeah.
But consequences, if it's specific for jobs, agencies, and whatever, like we all sign those things that follows the suit of the ethics or follows the suit of the image or like all of those things. What is it? The ethics and values of each company. We all sign it. Whether you actually read it or not, that's on you, but they all have them. We
Yeah.
all when you sign a to work for a company, a major company or even now these smaller companies, you have to sign some piece of paper that says you're going to follow the ethics and values of that company, even if they're not the same as yours, but we all sign them. And then the companies don't have to use them until they feel like that they have to. So when you see teachers and you see this and you see that and whatever, like those schools and those counties have every right to say, I don't want that person teaching kids.
Yeah.
And that's consequence.
Yeah. I mean, we went through it, right? Well, hold on, let me read this and then I'll say what I was gonna say. The original Steve Miller. What's up, bro? With Kimmel, they were just being opportunistic because nobody watches him and it made a convenient excuse. Yeah, I thought that too. I definitely thought that too. I didn't go immediately to the FCC at all. Now that it's kind of like rolling around in the atmosphere, I'm kind of like, well, I think I was talking about this with Bernie. If it is the FCC and they are doing kind of tit for tat because so many conservative people got off the air, then that's shitty.
Mhm.
But again, like if Roseanne and Tucker and all of them lost their show because the actual platform didn't want them, then that is what it is. But if like government stepped in and kicked them out, I'm not okay with that. And honestly, for Kimmel, I think he said way worse than what I think he said way worse.
Mhm.
That's just my opinion.
Mhm.
But there was a time period where we fought, right? Oh, Kate, I really want to know who you are. His views were consistently going down over 10 years. Yeah, they were. And late night in general. And everybody's kind of saying like, "Hey, late night should be funny." Right? That was what late night was. Late night was funny. We had a good time. We laughed. I don't know how many people are watching late night anymore. I mean, my grandparents did, my parents did. I
My parents
I
did.
never did.
Mhm.
I don't give a shit about SNL. Never watched it. I never. Like I never saw anybody come even what's his face with the big dick. What's his name? Who slept with Kim Kardashian? Didn't even know he came out of SNL. The
Oh,
white
Pete.
guy? Pete.
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 He's
Yeah.
having a kid.
Oh.
He's
Whoa.
having a kid. He is sober living and having a kid.
Oh God, I hope so.
Kate is Standy. Hello, Standy.
Kate is Standy.
Kate is Standy.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Standy.
Oh. Yeah. R.I.P. Standy. I'm glad Kate's back. Good job, Kate. I'm happy to have you here. Uh, but I was never a late night person, so I don't know. But if I don't know. I do know that late, like Carson, all that, like it was funny.
Yeah.
And so just go back to comedy. It got real, late night got real political. And
Yeah, but is comedy even allowed anymore?
yeah, if you're a fucking comic, like that's the other thing. Okay. And this might be a hot take and you guys might be mad at me for this, but like Kimmel's not a comic. Like he's not a stand up comic. He doesn't give shit to everybody. He gives shit to his own personal beliefs. And so it's
Mhm.
very hard to be like, okay, you're everybody can get it.
So you're saying that comedy is only funny if everybody gets it. Comedy, it's not comedy if it's only signal like if it's only for
Jay Leno
specific.
was funny. Yep. Kate, Jimmy Fallon used to be good. SNL isn't funny anymore. Yep. Fair. Go ahead. Sorry.
Um
Yeah. No, everybody's got to get it. You
mhm.
can't, if you just have three factions or three groups that you want to make fun of and you won't make fun of anybody else, then your shit's not funny. It's your own personal preference. And that's not
Comedy.
stand up.
That's not comedy.
Everybody, that's not comedy. Everybody can get it.
Mhm.
If like that, that's free speech. Like everybody can get it. You can make fun of fucking Willow. If any of you guys know that movie Willow, like you can make fun of that shit. You can make fun of um like gay people, you can make fun of every race, you can make fun of every stereotype that's out there. If you don't do that and you're just picking like the two things that you want to fuck with, then that's not, to me, that's,
Mhm.
you can't hide under the comedy umbrella for that,
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Um so
Mhm.
Chappelle roasted everybody. Yeah. Like everybody can get it.
Still does.
And somebody talked about that just recently. They threw that shit up there about him where like Netflix tried to cancel him, or not Netflix, but the some of the workers or employees at Netflix tried to cancel him because of his last special, because
Mhm.
there were transgender jokes in there. Dude, everybody gets it. If you're comedy, everybody gets it. It might not be your type of comedy, but if they're trying to be stand-up comedians or comedians in any way, shape, or form, everybody gets it. Yes, Kenneth, you know, you're my man. You're my spirit, like person. Val Kilmer's best work. I don't know if it's his best work, but it was good. It was a good movie. I loved it as a kid.
So could you say that words have different meanings in different environments? That
uh,
because if you there are some words that comics use in a comedic setting, in a show, in a movie, in a whatever, that it's part of comedy. So it's supposed to be funny when they're making jokes on different communities and stuff like that. Like it's supposed to be funny. But those same words can be said in not a comedic environment and they can be taken as hateful speech.
I think hate speech is also subjective.
Mhm.
Um, and that it just it sure, fine. It depends on who you are and what situation you're in. But also it depends on who you're talking to. Like
Mhm.
it yeah, I don't know. Sure. Like yeah, some people are going to find it
Offensive.
offensive and some people aren't. I
Mhm.
find very little offensive
Mhm.
to me. Um some people are very passionate about what they find offensive, but also when you find something offensive, and I've kind of learned this over the years, like when you find something offensive, normally it's because you have some kind of insecurity about it.
Mhm.
Um, ooh, am I gonna go down this road? God, I see this is what happens when I what is it, doom scroll with I do
Oh boy.
I'll doom scroll with some people, but it
Oh boy.
just today I doom scrolled and all I saw was like and I don't know why. I must have clicked on something, but it was nothing but like black women's hair and how
Okay.
they'd be mad if white women wore wigs that were black women's hair, but black women can wear uh wigs that are white women's hair.
Mhm.
And they were pissed. And they were like, no, they don't need to do that. Their hair grows better. Like white women's hair grows better. I was like, what? Like grows better how? Like you're I don't know. I'll just take myself for instance. I'm half black. My hair is fucking curly. It takes forever for me to get it down the middle of my back. So do you just want it to grow down the middle of your back? Like that's if you're impatient, that's a you thing. That's not a that's white women didn't do that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like it
I I just take it as
however you perceive what's happening is
Mhm.
how like if you have some emotional insecurity, you're gonna take that. And I'm guilty of it. I do it.
Yeah, of course.
It and
I just think
it's
it's
okay, but like don't blame it on somebody else who said some shit that like look into why you're pissed at it.
I
Does
just
that make sense?
I just think that it goes back to when you were growing up and you were like, "I wish I had."
Snatch That Weave is one of my favorite doom scrolls. Dude, did you see the
Wait, is that with the leaf blower? That
yeah,
guy?
the leaf blower guy.
Oh, he's
Bro, that was
so
so
mean.
fucking funny.
They
I was dying.
when my favorite is when he turns around and he just looks around like it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Shit, and I don't
Oh
have
my
that. I didn't save that
gosh.
one. That was so good. I
Oh
saw
my
that today.
gosh. They
It was
get
so good.
so mad and he just is like, "What? I what?" Um but like growing up when you were younger, you wish you had, for me growing up, all the girls wanted to have blonde hair because they were the popular girls. And then you had the girls that had really curly hair that wish they had straight hair because their curly hair was
I'm not gonna lose this. I'm coming to this. We're going to religion. I'm not gonna lose this, Ed. You can challenge me. That's fine.
um like everybody that had curly hair wanted straight hair because they felt like it was easier to maintain. I grew up and I was like, I wish I had curly hair. I love your sister's hair. Love your sister's hair. It takes forever for her to do it and it's a pain in the ass for her, but I love how curly her hair is and there were a point in time when I wish I had curly hair. Like that's kind of how I look at it and it doesn't has to have to necessarily be so like taking from one and
I
taking from the other.
I
You know
just
what I mean?
I
So,
yeah, for me, it's just like, hey, if that's the hairstyle you want, go for it. And I always fell into this trap of like, I would be like, I don't see color, I don't see race, or that's just not. I don't lead with race or color or anything. Hair, like, yeah, jokes, love jokes, but I'm not leading with that.
mhm.
If I want to look like if I want to wear long hair one day and I put a wig on and I wear long hair one day, then like cool. Not because I want to be white or not because I want to be black. Yes, yes, Ed, I want to be. And no. Don't jump on Ed yet. I want to talk to Ed
No,
about
no,
this.
no, he said, "But
Oh.
doesn't it go to everyone wants what they don't have?" Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be short. And now that I'm once I hit like 30, I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to be short. I'm really happy with not being short.
Listen, I hated my hair when I was growing up. I dyed my hair when I was growing up.
And she dyed it ridiculous colors.
Yeah, I went through that phase. I went through that phase. I put all different colors in my hair. And because I didn't want red hair because when you short what? Yes, when you are this tall
Tall,
at 13,
you don't want to
you
be.
don't want to be.
No, you
And
don't.
everybody makes fun of you for being this tall. Everybody.
Mhm.
Everybody makes fun of you for
High
being tall.
waters? Dude, I had high
So
waters
so did I.
forever,
So did I.
and I had to have tall socks to make up for the high waters.
Everybody made fun of you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Judy now, growing up, being a redhead was not cute. Being a redhead was not what you wanted to be, what you were supposed to be. I got made up fun of so much for the color of my hair, how tall I was, and how big my nose is. So it was literally what I got made fun of for forever. And it wasn't until 13 years ago when I met my wife that I stopped dyeing my hair, that I stopped putting like pounds and pounds of makeup on my face.
And weird shit on her eyebrows. I
Like
still don't know what that is.
I
Her eyebrows were like some weird color, and I was like, "Please stop. Like, I can see your eyebrows. You don't have to do that."
I used to dye my eyebrows because I thought my eyebrows were too light. Oh, Jody, pictures? I'm gonna have to try to find them, but I can show you guys. Yeah. But not when you're young. When you're young, you are made fun of for all the things. And now every single person that I see goes, "Where did you get your hair dyed?" And I said, "I don't dye my hair. It's my natural hair."
All right, let's go to it.
Go ahead.
At AI like this, I'll challenge you on that big G. If someone talks about the Bible, you get defensive. I was just thinking about this, and I had some conversations with some people that especially after Charlie Kirk died, I had some conversations with some people that I don't know if I was ready to have, but I was happy to have, and I'm grateful that I had them now. And one of the things that was brought up in those conversations was like, so I grew up in the church. I basically grew up in the church. You know, we all the holidays, every Sunday I went to what's the thing for little kids? Sunday
Sunday
school?
school.
Yeah, I went to Sunday school. I was confirmed, baptized, the whole thing. Um, and I was happy about it. And I wanted to be. And my confirmation was on my terms. I was confirmed when I was out of high school, maybe 19, 20 years old. I was confirmed. Um, and never had never had one thought at all about the fact that God might not love me or might not forgive me, not love me, but might not forgive me or not welcome me into heaven or whatever because I was kind of coming out. Uh Never thought that. That was never a thought in my mind. Um one of the, and I will share this with you guys. The reason that I kind of did it was because everything that happened in my home life when I was younger, I needed strength. I needed someone to be there for me because my mother wasn't. My grandparents were, the rest of my family was, but I just it felt like I didn't have a parent, and going and being with God felt like I had a parent. Like a parent. Right? Like, it wasn't my grandparents, it wasn't my aunts and uncles, even though they were the most amazing, they were so amazing, but, like, getting confirmed, going to Bible study, doing all those things made me feel like I had a parent. Um, and I guess the thing that got messed up, that I guess the question that I had for the person that I was talking to was like, "Hey, did I did I learn the did Yeah. Did I learn the fact that people might not, or God might not like me, or God might not love me, or God might not, bring me into heaven, or God might not do that because I'm gay?" And the Bible says that, the Leviticus line, right? The infamous Leviticus line. Did I learn that from the people that I went to church with? Or did I learn that from the people that were mad at the Bible and had a fight with it, and didn't like religion and felt like religion shunned them? Did I listen to that? Or did I listen to the people that I was actually in church with, and the people that actually were there for me, and the people that actually gave a shit about me? And so, like, any of the, and I really do want to talk about this with John Young, um, because his conversations, as much as I've been emotional in them or whatever, they help me a lot. Like, they help me. And even talking to you guys, like the chat, Sarah Beth, like, all that. I really don't, the narrative that they wanna spin that Christians don't love you and they don't care about your well-being, I think is false. And I think we were taught something by else or something by somebody else that weren't Christians. Does that make sense? Like, I think there's a narrative there that our own people put on us that Christians will never love us.
I think that there are that won't.
Of
And
course.
I think that, like with every group, I think the loudest that there's a group of the loudest voices in the group. And I think that there are people that believe that if you are gay, that you cannot love God and you
Sure.
cannot follow the word and you cannot be religious or have faith and whatever. Or, that God hates you and you're going to hell and this, that, and
Of
whatever.
course there are.
Because there are people like that. The difference that I've been able to um listen more to people when they speak of religion, even just in a conversation of someone bringing up, like the last conversation I had with Sarah Beth, and she's like, I just, God just put it on my heart that, being a mom is the most important job in my life or role that I could have in my life and whatever. Before, when people would say that, like I would cringe and I would be like, okay, here's another one that's trying to tell me that if I don't welcome God into my heart and all this type of stuff and whatever, but I don't hear it that way anymore. I hear it in such a positive.
Like, they care about you. And you
not
can ask whatever question you wanna
not
ask. Go for
not only
it.
yes, yes, that they're not using it as, "I'm gonna point the finger at you, and you better fucking listen to what I'm saying, and it's gonna change you because you are wrong." Yes, that they care about you, and they want it's almost like they wish that they could share something so amazing that they feel with me.
'Cause
Like
they do.
I love talking to Sarah Beth because I don't feel like she's trying to force me into anything. She just is like, if I can I share, like, I feel like it's the same way when I talk about being married to you, and I feel like it's the same when I talk about being a mother to G. Like, there's something in me that just lights me up, and I feel like for her and for other people that have strong faith and have a strong belief in God, that it's that type of relationship, that they have like, that light that just comes like the teary eyes, and they just have that relationship with them or with him.
Yeah.
And I have that with you, and I have that with our son. You know what I mean? So, like, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's another relationship that is so good in her life, and it's so good in so many other people's lives that they're like, "I want that for you too." But
Yeah.
not in a way that it's like, it's gonna fix you because there's something wrong with you.
But I think that's what I genuinely think that that's what they want
Mhm,
for you,
mhm,
and I think we've just been taught that that's not what they genuinely want for you.
mhm.
And so every time we hear it from them,
But it's also it's
we meet it with skepticism and we meet it with like, "No, you're just telling me I'm going to hell. No, you're just telling me I'm doing like, no, you're just telling me like
right, but I'm
there."
actually able to hear it from other people that I don't even know. And I'm willing to sit down and listen to what they say and listen to their beliefs and whatever. And again, I'm not like, it's a long journey for me. This is a long journey for me, and I don't know if I'll ever get there. But I enjoy having conversations, and I
Yeah,
enjoy listening to what other people say,
and that's the point. And
So
that's the point. And you coming from a totally different background than I do. That's why I asked the question that I asked is because the journey that I had was I had an amazing relationship with God for a very long time. And then I jumped into the community and then I didn't because then it
Mhm.
didn't feel like, hey, anybody's going to, I don't know. Like it was a major like, hey, they're just Christians aren't going to love you. Christians aren't going to care about you. Christians aren't going to, you know,
Well,
I don't
it
know.
kind of goes to KDL's point, or whatever. Ask God if you have a relationship with Him and y'all are good. That should be good enough for everyone else. See, I think that that's the difference, though. And what I'm hearing from people is that it doesn't have to be good enough for anybody else. It just has to be between you and God.
But
Whereas growing up, you hear that like you have to follow it this way because you're part of a church and you have to do it the same way that everybody else does it and whatever. And what I'm hearing from so many people now is that sentiment of it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. And that's like because everyone says it's a contradiction to be gay and religious. You can't love God and be gay because gay would or God wouldn't like you. God would spit on you because you're gay. But that's not what people are saying. People are saying, I have a relationship with God between me and God that has nothing to do with anybody else.
yes,
Whereas before,
but
because you're part of a church and because you're part of a congregation, everybody needs to move the same way in order for everybody to believe you have a relationship with God.
what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I had a relationship with God, or I have a relationship with God, and you can have one with God. But the problem is that we're seeking out everybody else's approval of that.
Sure.
And and even if we don't get it, it's not like they hate us.
Mhm.
They're just saying like, "Hey, we don't believe what you believe." Don't hate you. They want us to come to whatever belief it is that they have,
Mhm.
but they don't hate us. You know what I mean? Like the initial thing that everybody throws on us is like, no, they hate you and they're gonna come for you and they're gonna make it so that you can
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
and I
Mhm.
I'm starting to figure out and I'm starting to learn like, yeah, do they think that do we need to
Be
stop being
saved.
together or
We
stop
need to be
not
saved.
say stop, that's
I mean, some people
I
do,
mean, they
but
do.
I get
Yeah, I get it, I get
I
it, I
get
get
what
it.
you're saying with the people that
But there
actually love us and
but you
care
know what I
about us.
mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can go against this, like, this earthly feeling that you have and whatever and blah, 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 and you can be saved, and, like, yeah, okay, I get that they believe that, and that but also that can also be fine, and that doesn't mean that they hate us or they want bad things to happen to us. It just means that they believe what they believe, and we believe what we believe, and we like each other, and we just want the best for each other. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. Hold on, let me get to Ed's question. Uh, were you not scared of being shamed because your family thought that this gay thing was a phase and it will pass? Take a moment to think about it. Were you not scared of being shamed because your family thought this gay thing will pass?
Was a phase.
M uh, my family, when I came out, and I came out later, didn't think anything about it and didn't think that I was in a phase because they already kinda knew, right? Like, I joke around and, say that, like, I was gay since the sandbox. I wasn't because I didn't know. I figured it out way later, but, like, you if you wanna do all the stereotypes, you could tell with me while I was growing up. Like, it just I don't know. I don't know, but I grew up in the '80s and '90s, so those stereotypes were out there. Um, I don't maybe my mom thought it was gonna be a phase, and she very much tried to get me to have a boyfriend, was very excited and, like, whatever, but, yeah, my grandparents were not like that. They did not I never felt like I was being shamed by my family, if that's your question. I never felt that. If anything, I felt pressure from the outside world. I didn't feel pressure from my family.
This is more of a question for me.
Okay, good. Go.
No, because I was shamed for being gay. And I was told that it was a phase. And now, mind you, and a lot of you know this, and if not, I'll tell you guys again. Garrett's only the second woman that I have ever been with. I have only been with one woman before her, and then I dated boys throughout high school and before I met her. So to them, it was a phase because I had only been with one woman before I met Garrett. And then Garrett and I got together, we got engaged, I was moving away, and we got married. But my family was very against me being gay. They were very against me being with her, with Garrett. Um, my first relationship with a woman was not great. We were both young, but I was also gay young. And what I mean by
Yeah, you were.
and what I mean by that is
were.
I hadn't come out yet. I hadn't figured out my feelings yet. I hadn't figured out what was going
You
on.
weren't, but don't even say that because I didn't come out young. You weren't even talking about it yet. That's what you're saying.
But
Like
no,
I was trying to figure it out
yeah.
way earlier than you were trying to figure it out.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I wasn't. I came out late compared to my ex. She came out when she was 11 or 12, and she knew. I was 18, 19, 20, 21. Like I was coming out and realizing what was going on and realizing how I was feeling. So when I got with Garrett, you could call it testing the waters, you know. When I got with Garrett and everything happened with us and we got engaged, and again I was moving down here and whatever, everybody was against it except for my father. Everybody was against it. Not one person was happy at the fact that I was with her, that I was getting engaged as fast as I got engaged to her. I was told that the ring is pretty, but I don't approve. When we would talk about me moving away, it was, how dare could you do this to your family? Like, this is just a phase. This isn't going to last. It's not going to work. It's not good for you. And then we started planning our wedding, and every time I talked about my wedding, it was about other people and it wasn't about me. And still, that I don't approve this, but I expect an invite. I expect all this type of stuff. And then we got married. I'm not going to read his comment just yet because I saw it for a second. When Garrett and I finally decided to get married, we got married just the two of us.
Yeah, no family.
No family. And the only reason that we have pictures was because we were mandated to have witnesses. Like we had to have witnesses there.
Yeah, you have two
witnesses there.
I mean, you guys all know this. You're all married.
And we have pictures because a woman from the church that we got married in found out that we were getting married and brought me flowers and stood there and took pictures for us. And then I didn't tell my family for an entire year that I was married. And when I told my family that I was married, I got pummeled.
Yeah.
I got the shit kicked out of me. Emotionally, verbally. People were taken away from me. Relationships were cut. I was called every name in the book. And I was completely kicked in the teeth. And it took a long time to get where we are now. Some family members I still have, or some family members I have regained that relationship with, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And there are a lot of people that I do not speak to anymore. So coming out and being with Garrett, was there that fear of all of the shame that I was going to have in my family? No, I didn't think I was going to get what I got. And I think that the reason that I was able to move forward and make the biggest choice of my life that has completely changed the trajectory of my life, and I can wholeheartedly plant my feet in that and say that the first hardest decision I ever made was moving away, but the best decision I ever made was saying yes to her. Because I would not be this woman that I am today without her and without
Aw,
those choices.
love you.
So, was I expecting to be shamed? No. Did I get shamed? Hell fucking yeah. I did.
Uh, I don't know who you're talking to on this one, Ed. And on the hard time, were you nose deep in the Bible? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, the hard time for Colleen? No, I don't think she was nose deep in the Bible.
No.
Um, but also for me, I didn't even know that the Bible was mad at me until way later. So yeah, for me, a lot of the hard times, I was nose deep in the Bible, and definitely while I was in the military, I was nose deep in the Bible, and um, yeah, I don't think it was until like when it started in like 2018, 2019 that I got really like what like I kind of lost it and didn't remember my roots a little bit. Um, and for your other comment that I will not pull up, yes, I'm very good at what I do. Thank you. Um, appreciate you. I was nose deep in that. We'll go with that.
Same, Joseph. Same.
I've been stuck in my lesbian phase for
Same.
yeah, that's fair.
Same.
Um,
Yeah.
oh, clock. What's this? I don't believe in God myself. I'm just discussing historical concepts. Yeah, that's cool. Did I miss something?
Yeah. He said, so God only speaks Hebrew.
Are you talking to you're talking to other people
Yeah.
though? Oh, are you talking about like when they wouldn't let people like learn Catholic? Like it was only priests that could read the Bible and just regular people weren't allowed to know the language or read the Bible or whatever. I don't know. A lot of the rules that are in there, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if that was God or men. That's still where I'm stuck. That's always where I get to with John Young. I don't want to argue with. I don't want to. I'm good with that. But a lot of me thinks that the Bible has a lot of men like just writing the Bible in there, and then there's some words from God for sure.
Oh.
Clock. I carried on way too much in response to Joseph asking. Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. Last one, the autism thing before we get out of here, because I know that we're all gonna go watch Tier Wadapalooza. I mean, I'm not
Well, real quick before
because it's on
you,
too late,
well,
so I'll catch it in the morning.
yeah, real quick before you go on to that, what I will say is that
Bye, Kenneth. Love you. Is that what you meant? Gotta
no,
go back.
no,
Oh, you're not leaving?
no.
Okay, cool.
Um, with time and conversations, I'm more understanding of the shock of me being gay, but not giving permission to the behavior that came after it. So I believe that we expect that everybody's going to respond exactly how we want them to respond. That when I came out, that everybody was going to be like, yay, I'm happy for you, and whatever. I think what we don't do is we don't allow people to grieve the person that they thought that you were. And the biggest thing from my family was if you're gay, you cannot be a mom. And they knew how important that was for me. Thankfully, we are at a time that we can. We are in a place that we could have a baby. As long as it took, we were still committed to that. And that was a big conversation that you and I had when we first got together of like, hey, I want to be a mom. And if you don't want to be a mom, I'm never going to force you to be a mom. But I also don't want to hold resentment towards you because if you didn't want to be a mom, of being with you too. And we had that conversation very early in our relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm now able to understand the shock value of it and the permission to have to process what's going on. I still don't condone the behavior, and I know I didn't deserve the behaviors behind the emotions of that, but that goes to I'm having a lot of emotions right now, and I should work on how to express them differently. I'm sad because I fear that you're not going to be able to fulfill your biggest dream of being a mom one day.
That's
I'm
from the
sad,
parents, though.
right? Parents and
Yeah, I get
family
that.
and whatever. So what I'm saying is that in my growth, I'm able to now understand that there was the shock value, whereas before it was they just hated me. And so I put that hatred that I felt like they had towards me on everybody without looking at the negativity from the behavior that was taking place,
But
not
that's
from the emotions that they were having.
yeah, and that's the thing that also, like, came through when, we had him, right? Like, once you were pregnant, it was like everybody that was pissed at you for wanting to marry me or marrying me, as soon as you were pregnant, everybody was like, "Let's throw you a baby shower, let's, can't wait for the birth, blah, blah, blah." I mean, not there's still people that are not in your life, and there's good reason for that, but, that's their choice, not yours,
Yeah, some
and,
of it's mine. It's okay.
well, I mean, that's fair too, yeah. No, you're fair, that's
A lot
fair.
of it's mine
Yeah, that's
too, and
fair.
that's fine.
They're ridiculous.
That's fine.
Um, but it is, and that's fair to say that parents need a second to be like, "Hey, this isn't I thought my kids were gonna be this,
Mhm.
and they're not. Like,
Mhm.
that's not." My mother wanted to dress me in pretty, pretty little dresses, and I was. If you look at pictures of me from when I was born to, like, when I'm 5, I'm
Mhm.
in pink and purple and all kinds of weird, like, whatever, and that just was never me, ever.
Mhm.
Like, I did it obviously because I was 5, but once I hit, like, 12, 13, and she was still sending me presents to my grandparents' house that were like skirts and shit for Christmas. It was like, "Hey, Deb, Garrett's never gonna wear that. Like,
Mhm.
that's not her.
Yep.
That's not your daughter. She's
Yep.
never gonna wear that.
Yep.
She's gonna go put on her softball shit and go play softball."
Keep it moving.
Um, yeah, and you're right. That's their insecurities and not ours. But just like I think we were kind of trying to say before,
Yeah.
it takes a second for us to realize that. That's the once somebody puts that on you, you take it as if it's your own. Like the minute that someone taught me that Leviticus doesn't like me
Mhm.
was the minute that I thought the Bible and God doesn't like me.
Yeah.
And that's fucking unfair.
Mhm.
If that's a passage that you want to like take on, that's fine.
I did that with my aunt when I found out she voted for Trump the first time. And I was like, "She must hate me." And she's never. She's never.
Ugh, don't say that, Ed. No, no money. I will show you little G. You can see little G. There's nothing. I had freaking crazy blonde curls everywhere and frills. Like, but I have no problem showing that. Oh, but if you want to see it, oh, how much do you have to pay? You have to become a member.
There you
It'll be
go.
it'll be behind the scenes on a members only,
You better
baby.
get those memberships.
Not go get those memberships. They'll be back there. Um,
AI, but we are a generation that we learn something, we need to push away family. It's hard, but it's what's best for us. Yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing too. And it's the hardest when it comes from people that are the closest to you that you feel like you can say anything and you can work through anything. And sadly, it has been shown that in a lot of cases in my life, the closer the people are to you, the least likely they are to actually support you when times get hard. You know, they
all right, fine. Fine, whatever. I won't put it behind members only. That's fine.
um and you have to I love all of the things I read and the things that I listen to when it's like just because somebody is blood doesn't make them family and doesn't make it okay for them to treat you a certain way. But you have to, when you get married and you have children, that's your family. And your parents and your siblings and your cousins, they become your extended family, and it's okay to separate the two if you have to. And sadly, a lot of us have to. And I'm happy for the people that do have very close relationships with their parents and their siblings and their cousins and whatever, but not everybody has that, you know? So you have to pick the people that are going to be there for you when you go through the hardest times of your life and the happiest times of your life too.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, unless you guys have any more questions, like throw them in the chat, we'll answer them. But
Yep.
I want to get to the autism one because this was aggravating for me too. Sorry if this became a Garrett's aggravated podcast, but like
Spicy.
yeah, yeah,
Spicy.
I'm a little spicy today. I'm so annoyed by everybody claiming that just because some shit happens, like they have a little bit of autism. Like that's it's
Thank you, Ed.
oh thank you, Ed. I will definitely put up like little G pictures. I will. It's fine. It's hilarious. But it's become frustrating to me. Like just because someone does some shit doesn't mean that they have a little bit of autism in them. Like it's they just and I'll admit this. I'm not afraid to admit this, but I watch what is it? Teen Mom OG. And I don't know if you know Tyler and Caitlin, they've been on forever or whatever. And all of a sudden now Tyler is diagnosed with autism. Like, what? What are you talking about? I don't even understand what like I've watched you. I mean,
I think it's very
it's so annoying if you don't have a kid that's on the spectrum. Like, shut up. Not everything is freaking autism.
I think it's very difficult for parents that have children that are diagnosed with autism that are constantly being told that your son doesn't have autism. And we are those parents.
But you're telling that dumbass that he has autism?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's so frustrating because the children that are actually diagnosed, the adults that are actually diagnosed with autism, everybody is saying that they have, oh, you know, I have a little bit of this and I have a little bit of that, and that everything is like ADHD and autism literally are this, like they are piled up together. So it's very frustrating when you have a child that is that is autistic and we are constantly having to fight
I
for
hate
him.
I hate that shit. I hate that, Kenneth. Just a touch of tism.
Yep.
Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Like, and okay, fine. If you want to tell me that like they diagnosed my kid with ADHD, if you want to tell me that he's got ADHD, fine. I think he's just a boy with a lot of energy, and when we channel his energy, he's fine. He's fine. He's good. He does piano. He does flag football. He goes next door and learns all shit about fishing and marinas. He sat and talked to I don't know how many people about French artists. Like but whatever. ADHD, fine. I'm not giving him any medication. Fuck you. Don't ask me to. I'm not going to do it. But he's autistic. Like he can't hold a conversation with you the way that you would want to hold a conversation with, like the way the other kids do. And he just like it's not like that, and I hate it. What is a fucking touch of autism? What does that even mean, dude? You're using some shit that like what do you mean a touch of autism? Fuck out of here. Like I'm so over it and it's so aggravating.
Oh, it's so aggravating.
Stop saying that shit. It's not easy. And like when you have a kid with autism, the shit's not easy. And the spectrum is long, yes. But bro, you can't just throw whoever the fuck you want onto it. That's ridiculous. Because these kids actually have needs. And they need to be seen that they have needs. And when you say everybody has a fucking touch of autism, then all of a sudden, all of the needs that these kids have disappear. Sorry, I don't know. It
Grinds your gear.
it grinds my gears.
Someone
Yes.
said it. Was it Ed?
I don't know.
think it was
Grinds
Ed.
my gears.
Yeah,
but
what really grinds my gears?
my kid is like, he tries so hard every day, and he gets like, he doesn't have the normal, I don't know, the normal group of friends that you would expect to have. And it's for me, it's eye opening seeing him with like, I don't know, typical kids, and seeing how deficient that he actually is.
How different he is.
It's like his brain just doesn't process that way. So to just tell me because, I don't know, you're fucking hyperactive, or because you made a bad fucking decision one day that you have autism, fuck off. All the way off. Like, out of here. Sorry. Sorry. It pissed me off the other day.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it
sorry.
pisses me off with all this shit just going around the newspapers now, and like whatever, and everything's fucking autism, and every time someone does some shitty ass thing, it's autism. No, it's not. Like, my kid doesn't make bad decisions fucking like that. My kid doesn't, like, he doesn't. If he makes a bad decision, he fed my dog something stupid. Like, or he forgot to put his fucking dishes back in the sink and they've been in his fucking room all night. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Oh, we're not there yet, thank God. We're not there yet. He does. Hey, he's my kid, babe. He's definitely my kid. He likes to leave towels all over the place.
He does, yeah.
Wet towels all over his room.
But it's not the fucking same. And if you don't have a kid or someone that you know, or a friend or whatever that has, then you don't know, and don't call it fucking tism. That's it's just,
Yeah,
it's shitty.
it's very difficult as a parent to constantly have to prove and constantly have to fight. I mean, I've told you guys, I can't wait. Megan, shut up.
Girl, I can't wait. Like, I want him. Like, I hope when he's 13, 14 years old, like, he I want him to have.
Then you can go and throw it out.
No, that's no.
Teach him to throw it out.
We agreed that my job is getting oil changes and freaking inspection stickers.
That's a team effort. Ain't nobody doing that shit by themselves. That's a team effort. I mean, you tell the story about how your grandmother threw yours and your grandfather's shit outside.
Oh, she threw all our shit on the front lawn.
Listen,
she was like, "I'm done with y'all."
That can be arranged.
And this is my white grandmother. Wasn't even like, she was like, "Fuck y'all," and she went to the good hotel in Sag Harbor and stayed there for 3 days. And she's like, "Y'all figure it out."
Yep.
And we did. We figured it out.
I got permission from Mima that if I need to, then I will.
And I'm okay with it. And then I'll be like, "Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up."
I'll tell you where I'm going. Just, I'm going by myself.
No, she didn't. Okay. She didn't tell us where she was going, and she also didn't. We didn't have cell phone. There was no cell phones back then. So
yeah, but your grandfather knew which credit card was.
Yeah, that's facts. That's absolutely.
And I'll make sure to grab yours before I leave.
That's fair.
I'm taking my own.
It's absolutely fair.
But it's very challenging as a parent with a kid that has autism, that you constantly have to fight to prove that he needs what he needs. And we're at that phase, and I've shared this with you guys, and it is the beginning of the new school year, and we will have those meetings and stuff like that coming up, and it's still going to be a fight for him to get the services that he needs, and the support that he needs, because when they're doing well, they want to take everything away. And I understand the logic in that, but why are we taking it away when they're so young? And shouldn't the goal be by the time that they're in high school or outside of high school, that they might not need services as much? Like, isn't the point of school to help them navigate not just academics, but just going through the process of stuff? And I'm not talking about like all this extra bullshit that people want to bring in their beliefs and stuff like that, but I'm talking about if Garrett's having a tough day, help him navigate those emotions to be able to regulate his emotions.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bigger conversation than they can have with him, you know? And so hearing that everybody has it, there are so many questions. Does everybody have it because there's so many more people going and getting evaluated for it? Does everybody have it because the spectrum is so big now that everything feels like it's underneath the spectrum? You know,
I don't know why they're so dead set on giving it, or like giving that diagnosis out to everybody. It's not like I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm trying to look up research. I'm trying to read stuff to see why it would be a thing that they just, it's not like ADHD where you can give out tons and tons of ADHD medication, or is there something that they're giving, like I don't know, or is there something in the works where they're going to start pumping out Medica I don't know. I'm going down rabbit
probably,
holes, like,
probably,
again, I'm doom scrolling. So are they just getting ready like, "Hey, let's diagnose fucking everybody whether they have it or not, because 'cause we're gonna have this medication that's gonna come out?"
probably,
I don't know. I'm being weird. Kenneth,
probably.
what's up? My oldest is 11, and I'm pretty sure we're at puberty. The aggression and violence is on another level. Damn, dude.
Well, that's the thing too, is that you hear in a lot of cases with kids that are going through puberty with autism, that's when you have to be aware, you have to be ready for the
Yeah.
behaviors, you
Well,
know?
that's what you experienced in the group homes and stuff like that when you were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But again, it goes back to by the time they got to me, they were adults and they were still having behaviors. And I'm not dismissing the level of autism that some of them had. I'm a lot of them were nonverbal,
Yeah.
you know, and when I can't imagine what that must feel like when you have so many things to say and you can't say anything and you can't process anything because you don't have any words to be able to say that. So I'm not saying that there wasn't like different levels of autism as well as, challenging, like challenges or whatever. But if we don't help set those guidelines and have the support when they're young, it makes it harder when they become adults. And that's why it's you like also what Candace said, I'm lucky I got my wife. She keeps him in check. Mama, don't play that game. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And whenever we do explain to people that Garrett has autism, we always say, please don't use it as an excuse. I'm just giving you information. I'm literally just giving you information. Please don't use it as an excuse. Boundaries are boundaries. Rules are rules. Consequences are consequences. And we do that with him. And he's 8 and he's starting to get a little bit of an attitude. And he's
Yeah,
starting to
he's
get
less and less able to regulate himself, like, getting him to regulate, like, we were in a good phase, and
he's
now
he's not he's not getting behavioral, but
no, but
that
he's
boy
yeah,
has an attitude. We're
yeah,
not when
that's
it's time to do this, we're not doing this,
regular shit,
whatever. And
like,
he's
he
like, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And he's 8. And he's still a very happy boy. But just because you huff and puff doesn't mean that you still don't have to go put your clothes away, that you still don't have to get in a shower.
and we're
That
lucky that's where he's at, that he
yes.
can go do that, and he
Yes.
can, like, you know, we're lucky that he can do that. His main issue is, like, is just conversational and
Social.
social,
It's social.
and regulating himself.
Well,
But
there's this too, and there's been a lot of studies on this too, is that it
oh,
is
yeah,
related to diet
I've heard
and
that too.
gut.
Yep.
Again, Garrett is a very picky eater.
There's
He's
only
a
like
s-
4 things he'll eat,
he's a
legit,
yeah.
unless it's snacks, which we don't like to give him.
I mean,
So,
and I try my best to get as healthy of snacks as I can. He does eat fruit, he does eat yogurt, he does eat cottage cheese, and I can get him to eat that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, I'm totally scared of puberty, but we'll get there, and
but
then we'll
I
handle it when we do get there, but holy crap.
yeah, but there's so much that goes on with the gut and diet and stuff like that. And, it's going to get to a point one day. Right now, Garrett has a very intense reflux, like a gag reflex when he tries new things.
Yeah.
But when he gets older, there will come a time where it's going to be, bud, we got to sit down. We got to find some other stuff for you to eat. You know what I mean? When he's a little bit older, can understand it a little bit better and whatever, because we know how important protein is. We know how important less processed shit is. Like, we know the importance of that. You know what I mean? So we'll get there.
I'm
But
just I'm just so Kenneth, and I will say this, like, thank you. I appreciate it. And to your point before, I forget it, you said it a while ago, but I wanted to talk about it. Is like they are normalizing it so that they don't have to give them services, and that's so fucking frustrating. Because
well,
like
what always happens, sadly, is that every time that services are available, they get used and they get abused. And
that's fair.
it sucks. It sucks for the kids that really need it and are in situations where they don't have the support and they don't have the
So it's like either your kid is going to get put in a group home or your kid's going to get left out to dry, which fucking aggravates the shit out of me too, because then what happens to my kid when we're not here? So like you're going to make it so he can't get enough services to where he can be okay if we're not here, or you're going to make me find a way to stick him in a fucking group home forever with like that shit is fucking scary. And the fact that you want to take away services so that we can't make sure that our kids are okay, fuck out of here.
That's what we do, though.
So, but you're gonna diagnose some dude from MTV, fucking Teen Mom, whatever, with some shit, with whatever.
I get the frustration and I get the anger, because it does feel like we're saying that everybody and anybody has some sort of autism and everybody's getting diagnosed, and they say that it's hereditary. So if hereditary is a thing, genetic, whatever you want to call it, technically his biological father didn't have any signs. So it comes from my side of the family. So am I supposed to go get tested for autism?
How do you get fucking tested for autism unless you're alive?
Like,
or like just socially, you can't genetically test for autism, can you?
well, they say that it can be genetic, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you read? Like, you read that everybody has it. You read that you get it this way. You read that it comes from the vaccines. You read that it comes from this, or you read that it comes from that. Some people are just hoping that there's a cure. People are going around and saying that there's a cure. Other people are saying there's not a cure. Like, there's so many things that are being talked about when it comes to this. Like,
Jeremy, there's so it's not even one group. It's just everybody. Like, if you have a school where teachers are fucking tired
it's
and
an
they don't want to
interview.
do it, if
Yeah.
you, yeah, it was an interview.
It's an interview.
Yeah.
You answer questions, whatever. But
if you have a shitty schools district, they just don't want to deal with it. If they,
yeah, like my really good friend, she's down in Florida, and her son, she's been trying for years to get her son evaluated, because
whatever state you're in depends on how they feel about it. Like that's the thing that, and maybe I might be using the wrong word, and if I am, you can correct me, but to me, it just seems for this, like people are being too subjective with it, and it's not like, maybe it's a subjective thing. But just when I hear somebody say that my kid's not autistic enough,
that sets me right the
like,
fuck off.
yeah, like,
and that's why I get so
suck a dick, dude. Like, I don't.
She's the one that has to keep me under control in these meetings, because I want to go to bat for.
No, it's not.
What would it hurt if you got tested for it, Colleen? At least you would know. See,
Nothing. It wouldn't hurt anything. But like, do they even know what they're testing for? Like, what is is there a G? Let me Google. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm gonna Google.
No, like for
How do
me,
you
like
fucking
it's not something that I desire to know or not know. Like I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that I feel like I need to. I feel like the focus should be on my kid. So I don't have that desire of like I need to
bam?
know if I'm the reason that I gave my kid autism, if that makes sense.
Because we don't wanna think we did, right? Like, there's a million things that and Ed, here you go. Like, there's a million things that there was a thing that came out right after she had him, like, if you took Tylenol
Mhm.
while you were pregnant,
Yep.
you could end up with a kid with autism. And there was
So
a big thing where you could, like, sue Tylenol for it and shit.
so
She
Zofran,
took medicine so that she didn't throw up all day every day because she couldn't keep food down for, like, forever.
mhm.
So was that it. We got him circumcised, and could that have been it? We got him vaccinated. It wasn't the give him all the vaccines at one point, it was over time, but we got him vaccinated. Um, and could that have been it? Colleen got the flu shot while she was pregnant because they scared her into fucking that. Could that have been it? Like it's you blame yourself all the time thinking that you did it. And it's like, shit, well, even me. Like when she thought she was scared to death to get the flu shot, I was like, I'm not fucking getting it.
Mhm.
So did me not getting the flu shot, did I breathe on my kid and my kid now has autism? When he came home, he was jaundice. Did we do something to make him jaundice and now he has autism? Like, it's so
Listen, guys, I blame myself already a lot, and that's I'm working through that, but I don't it could be literally anything and everything, but our main focus is getting everything that Garrett needs and the support that he needs.
yeah, there's no fucking I'm looking at it right now. There's no hold on. There we go. I will bring this weird shit up real quick and then we'll get out of here. Thank you guys for a great show. This was really kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate you letting us get. All right. So, genetic testing for autism involves analyzing a person's DNA to identify possible genetic variations that may contribute to the condition. So, how many variations? Like, what? Chromosomal, I don't know what that is. CMA detects large lesions, single gene testing, whole genome sequencing, identifying genetic. They don't know. Considerations genetic testing should be discussed. They don't know with the qualified. Yeah, they don't fucking know. They don't know either. So it is what it is. Um. All right, guys. We had a lot of fun tonight. We're gonna do hopefully we'll be able to get John Young on. I'd like to talk to him.
This is a great point too. There's so much in play that it could be. I have a friend who has 3 kids and 2 are autistic. The oldest more severe than the other. They have their theories, but we'll never know. Will they ever know? Doubt it. I've heard many families that have multiple children that have one kid that's autistic and one kid that's not, or multiple kids that are not, and or multiple kids that are. You know, we have a friend that didn't vaccinate her child. Her child has autism, you know, and then you have other family members that did get the vaccine and they don't have autism. That's
Yeah.
the constant.
I got all the vaccines and they pumped them shits into me like day 4 and I don't have it or maybe
You sure?
according to according to motherfuckers maybe I do. I don't know.
But what I was gonna say is I get the frustration around hearing that every single person now is getting diagnosed with autism, even if they might actually have it and they just didn't get tested when they were younger. We also have to realize that we're very grateful that we got Garrett tested as early as we got him tested. You know, not everybody does that because there's some parents that don't believe that it is a thing. They don't think that their kid needs any help with anything. Nothing seems autistic, so they don't go get.
And he was our first. We didn't fucking know. what the milestones were.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your feelings about Tyler and whatever.
Yeah,
And
get outta here.
I get the outrage because it's exhausting. You know, every time you turn around, so and so is diagnosed with autism and blah 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 blah. And
like, you want to get to 30 and figure out you're bipolar, fine, fuck, go ahead. Like, go take all the meds you want to take for bipolar. I don't give a shit. But you're going to like,
yeah, I believe it. I believe this
Yeah.
too. It's becoming a catch-all diagnosis or whatever. But we're also in a world where people just want to know. Like, people want to know like what is wrong with them and how can this be beneficial and how can this help and whatever. And it's like, I don't believe you, Jeremy. I don't believe you.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. I might. Oh, if I say this, I'm gonna have to say pause. No, I'm not gonna say it. All right. I'll catch you later. I'll talk to you later.
But I get the. You get a new
AOL disc. I love them bitches. Those are great.
You know, all we can do is speak for our own kid, and we know that it will be a constant fight for him to get everything that he needs, but that's why we do it now. And it is fearful. It used to be fearful that Garrett wasn't going to have any friends, and look at him now. But yeah, thank you so much for the conversation. It was awesome.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate you.
We were worried that Garrett wasn't going to have friends. We were worried that Garrett wasn't going to speak.
Yeah.
Like,
he's doing great.
We really were nervous that Garrett was never going to speak. We were nervous he wasn't going to have friends. We were nervous that he wasn't going to be able to do certain things by himself. We were worried that we would have to be on him on everything all the time, that we, you know, that he would never eat anything, that and we just going to school, playing with friends, not having behaviors, all these things. And look how far he's come. But we do that. We're his parents.
Yeah.
And we do that fight.
Thank you, Paige. Yeah, and we do.
We're the ones that are fighting for him, and you know, we're constantly in that process of it, still in the process of it, of getting him continued services and financial support for his services, and in this company that you know, when he gets older,
he loves you, girl.
I know he does. We haven't told him yet. Are you going to herd? We haven't told him. Oh, hold on. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Yes.
Yeah. What would you like?
Hello, sir. Just talking. Yeah, of course we're talking to ourselves.
You want to come say hi to Megan and Joseph and the crew? Jeremy's in here.
Well, if you stay there, then you stay there. We're about to get off.
All right, we're about to get off, dude. If you want to come say hi, come say hi. There.
Hello.
Oh my God, he's so loud.
I know.
Hello.
You don't have to eat the microphone.
Hello.
You say hi, Meg.
Say hi, Megan. Look, there's Megan.
Do you remember Megan and Joseph from the games?
Hi, Megan. Hi, Joseph.
There's Kenneth from Crash.
Hi, Kenneth.
Say hi to Jeremy. Jeremy, you've been on with Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Anything else?
Say thank you, everybody. Please become a member.
Thank you, everybody. Please become a member.
There you go. Yes, baby. Yes.
Use my kid for a shameless plug, but do it anyway. Yeah. Love you. Yeah, right. His ears were ringing. That's
Well, and one of the coolest things ever, and this is probably the coolest thing that our kid has accomplished so far, that he was nominated from his class.
Oh, yeah.
To be part of the principal's cabinet of the entire third grade. So each third grade class gets to nominate 2 members, and they nominated Garrett, and he is part of the principal's cabinet of third grade. So that's a leader's position. He will go in and use his voice to talk about things that he feels like is important, ways that
it's basically like our old school student council.
Yeah. And they start it young.
Yeah.
And he will be able to talk about things that he cares about, things that are important for his fellow classmates.
And don't worry, what he cares about is what I care about. So he'll be going in to talk about.
So he got that, and those meetings will start Friday. But the fact that
That's right. That's right. Raising him right.
he's
Let's go.
he's a great kid.
He is.
He's a
awesome.
great kid, and it's very difficult when we constantly feel that he's losing things that he deserves, but we're in the damn thing and we'll fight forever. So
And he is fighting for it too, because he is doing so well, and he is like
yep,
yeah, I couldn't be more proud. Like,
he's such a good kid.
and we will keep fighting.
Yep.
Like for all the kids.
Yep.
It's not just him. It's all the kids that are in school with him, all his friends that he loves and he takes care of and like helps every day. So yeah, we'll keep talking. But otherwise, guys, enjoy your weekends. I mean, the boys are definitely coming back on. I think they have a head-to-head pause on Thursday. We'll definitely be back on Saturday with Bill Grunler. Next Saturday with Bill Grunler. But otherwise, we'll be in members only, and we'll be here chatting like we always chat. And you guys can help me figure out cameras and microphones.
Okay, Jeremy, you can come on. Whether or not you did hand down his condition, he's a reflection of his parents. He's lucky to have you too.
All right, fine, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Whatever.
Fine. You
Love
can
you.
come back and hang out with us.
Yo, your internet better be amazing.
It better be flawless.
I mean, like,
it better be fucking flawless. Any glitch and
yo,
you out. I'm
you
taking
out.
you out.
I'm calling Corey. I'll be like, yo, Corey, come on the show, bro. But yeah, thank you guys.
Yes, it worked. Worked. As in once worked. Have we tried this again?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to give it a second go round.
Right.
But enjoy Tier Wadapalooza. Enjoy all the shows that are going on about CrossFit, and
he's stealing it from his neighbors, Joseph.
yo, bro. Oh, did he get the fiber optic cable?
He said, hand me out every now and again.
Y'all fucked up. All right.
Wait,
well,
what is that? What is that really long? The fiber optic? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, the fiber optic cable.
cord?
Yeah.
Did you steal it from your neighbor, Jeremy?
I definitely did when I was young. Not now. I got money now. I can do it now. It's all good.
But we appreciate you guys, and we'll definitely have some stuff coming up.
Yeah, everybody's getting ready.
So
we're getting all pumped up.
Yeah.
The boys are we're going to Crash to film. The boys are going to the Coaches Congress, and then to Rogue.
She's going to film.
I'm going to film. I'm following everybody around.
I'm going to hang out. So.
I told you I got I used every cent that you give me. I pump back into the podcast.
Shut up, Jeremy. Shut up.
And we got new microphones and stuff, so we're gonna go film our own.
I can't believe she's gonna actually travel with her camera.
I am traveling with my camera.
Makes me nervous.
My own little behind the scenes of Crash Crucible, so we're very excited.
That will be behind a paywall, so if you want to, no,
it will not.
It will.
We might be live behind the paywall, but that's about it. So thank you guys so much for all your support always. We love y'all.
Yeah.
Have fun this weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Deuces.